In this video, I'm going to be covering the current situation with mod lists being deleted, why mod lists are deleted, how does a deleted mod list affect you, and what I'm going to do about the current deleted mod list situation. And there's timestamps if there's any parts you want to skip to and get to and such. And just before I say anything, I want to stress that this isn't me having a go at any mod list authors. I completely understand how much work they put into lists without expecting any money, just out of love for a game, and I don't blame them for anything they do that affects me because, they don't know what I'm working on. So the video you're watching in the background is for the Licentia mod list. It's a video I've been working on for the past few weeks, and was set to release in 2 days' time. But this morning, I woke up and found out that the list has been deleted, which obviously leaves me in a bit of a pickle. And Licentia isn't the only one. Also, my video for the Quest mod list, that list is gone. That's no longer on Wabberjack. Again, just stressing, I'm not this isn't me blaming anyone or being annoyed at anyone. The people who worked on the Quest mod list, I've talked to a bunch and they're great. It is what it is. So as for why mod lists are deleted, it can be for a number of reasons. You got maybe the author just needs to take a break for their mental health or other personal reasons. Sometimes on the other end of things, it might be a falling out with some mod author, or maybe they just simply want to move on to something else. And so you may think, well, if they're stepping away from the list, why not just keep it up and not deal with it? Let people download it, but have nothing to do with it anymore. And the problem with that is, I'm not a Modlist author, so I may be getting this wrong, but it's along these lines of, say you had a mod called Skyrim Weapon 1, and so the list author tells Wabberjack, go get Skyrim Weapon 1, and so that's what it does, and it adds it to your game. Now, if the mod author updates it and calls the file Skyrim Weapon 2, now you've got Wabberjack looking for a file called Skyrim Weapon 1 that doesn't exist. And so, this is a small example, but imagine that on a larger scale where it's multiple mods, and maybe the mods are key parts of the list and that make everything run. So they need to be constantly updated and maintained. So yes, the author could just leave it up on Wabberjack, but after a month, the list wouldn't be installable anyway. Obviously the ideal solution for users is always if the list is given to just someone else who's happy to keep updating it. But you can't expect that of people, plus the author just might have an attachment to the list and they don't want to give it away. It's understandable. So how does this affect you? So there's obviously two scenarios. Either you want to install the list or you already have the list installed. If you want to install the list, then kind of out of luck. Well, you're not. There's so many lists on Wabberjack. There's always going to be one for you. But, it's just a shame you won't be able to download it unless there's a version of the list where you can manually download it. So, for example, the Viva New Vegas mod list has a website where it explains step by step how you can basically make the list yourself. But obviously, lists that have hundreds and hundreds of mods in them, it's not the ideal solution. And if you're someone who has the list installed already, basically, if you're happy with how the list is, don't touch anything. Never update Skyrim. If you're adding mods, be sure to make sure they're not dependent on any mod within the list, that needs to be updated. Trying to explain the best I can. Never update a mod in the list, because if one's updated, maybe others then require to be updated. Just don't touch anything, basically. That's your game from now on. So what am I going to do about this situation? So first, with the Quest mod list, which is a video I uploaded a few months ago, and now the list doesn't exist. So many people will probably just think, well, I'm showcasing a list that doesn't exist, I should probably take the video down. And you're probably right. But I'm going to be blunt, I don't want to, because it took so long to... These videos, if they took a few days to make, fine, I'll take the loss, take it down. The fact they take me a few weeks to make, I really don't want to be removing them. Plus, you know, it's not like the video's unwatchable, it's still an enjoyable video, and maybe you can take inspiration from it and try and tweak your game to be like that. Obviously, it's not an ideal solution. I'll probably try and find... I don't want to upload the video again with a message saying, hey, this isn't downloadable. I've left a comment that's pinned at the top saying, warning, this isn't a list you can download anymore. I think in that case, for the quest list, I'm just gonna leave it. I think also a lot of people who are interested in the mod probably have watched it by now. But as for Licentia, which is a really, like, it's just bad timing. I really hope this never happens again, and I don't think it will, because the chances are very slim that I happen to be ready to release a Modlist video, and the list is gone. But basically, I've got a few options. Either way, I'm going to finish the video, because I might as well, I'm like 2 days out. One is, I upload the video with a message at the start explaining, and just be like, hey, here it is, watch it if you want. I know you're not going to get much out of it because you can't install the list, but here it is. And if the list was to ever come back, I would delete the video, change it a bit if it needs it, and re-upload. The second option is to just hold on to the list and wait. I don't know if the list author... Well, the list author, I imagine, is going to come back to the Skyrim modern scene in some way, but I don't know if Licentia is going to continue, or if they're going to try a whole new list, or what. So that way, it's like there's a chance the video never comes out, and also you won't have a video for a while, because they take a while to make. But, you know, is what it is. Or I might just wait for a few months, and if it looks like nothing's happening, I'll just release the video as like the lost episode of this channel, you know, the list that's disappeared, it'll just be there. Either way, I don't really want my work to go to waste, so I'll probably upload it someday in some form. But yeah, that pretty much sums it up. You know, I love this channel, it's amazing, and it's grown way faster than I ever expected, and this is just something I'm learning that can happen. I never really expected lists to be taken down, especially this quickly. And again, it's just really bad luck, because the majority of lists are still up. It just so happens that 2 out of the 6 Skyrim mod videos I've made are no longer a thing. Like, that's incredibly bad luck. It's not like it's a common thing. But yeah, if you have thoughts about the situation or what I should do with my video, please do say. It sucks, but what can you do? Again, the list authors obviously aren't targeting anyone in this. Like, they've all got their personal reasons. They put a lot of effort into their lists, and so it is what it is. I've said that a lot. And yeah, if I don't upload my Licentia mod video soon, wait a little bit, and as of recording this, Oldrani, or however you pronounce that list, that will be a thing in like a month's time, so until then, farewell.